Okay, so here is a simple example of the fancy term for it is dimensional analysis. Um, we want to answer the question, how many weeks are in 365 days? Well, 365 days is about a year. Well, it's a year, technically 365 and a quarter days. And we know that there are 52 weeks in a year to the nearest week, but it's not exactly 52 weeks. Um, anyway, so but we know how many days are in a week. So if you're savvy, you realize that all you're going to end up having to do is divide 365 by 7. But what's really going on mathematically is this: to convert from days into weeks. Well, we start with 365 days. And I'm going to make that thinner marker because I like the thinner marker. We start with 365 days, and we need a conversion factor. We know that 1 week equals 7 days. Now, I'm going to create a conversion factor multiplier. I'm going to multiply by some form of 1. I want to multiply by 1 because if I multiply by anything other than 1, I'm going to change things. Multiplying by 1 doesn't affect. Well, 365 days, I can also think about that as a fraction. 365 days divided by 1. Now, if I want to change from days into weeks, I'm going to put the unit days in the denominator of my conversion factor fraction, and I know that I want to convert to weeks. So now I need some numbers here. Well, 7 days is the same as 1 week. So now I know that this right here, that conversion factor that conversion factor and it equals 1. Multiplying by 1 doesn't change a thing. And so notice what happens here is that because we put the units of days in the denominator, it cancels out with those units of days in the numerator. So we end up with 365 times 1, that's 365. And 1 times 7 is 7. So 365 divided by 7 weeks. And then we could perform division to figure out how many weeks in terms of a mixed number. But the point here for this little video was to show you how to use a conversion factor, how to use dimensional analysis to change units from days to weeks. I could keep going. I could change weeks into years and so forth with another conversion factor, but I won't. Hope that makes sense.